Hey, my name is Taruna Naidu. I'm a partner in the PwC Business School, and I'm excited to be joined by two of my colleagues today, Chantal van der Walt from our sustainability practice and Ponso Nyati from our forensics team. And today we want to talk a little bit about the Social and Ethics Committee Forum, which forms part of the PwC Boardroom Forum program. And so, Chantal, perhaps kick us off with just an understanding of what is the Social and Ethics Committee Forum all about?
Certainly. So the forum continues on its mandate from the past couple of years, really aiming to help organizations that are looking to embed sustainability and good governance into the way that they act and do business or run the organization. And so really this is a space that's evolving quite rapidly. Good governance has always been there. I think the things that we need to do to run a fair and ethical organization are quite well understood. But in the space of sustainability, we have seen social and environmental matters evolving and requiring more of businesses and leadership as stakeholders' needs evolve. And so what we want to do is connect leadership with our subject matter specialists and look at what we can learn from past experience, what's the trends and drivers, and what we can take into our day-to-day.
And that makes a lot of sense, Chantal. So a lot evolving in this particular space. And if we look back, perhaps, at our 2024 program, Ponso, can you help us to just reflect on the types of topics that we have covered on the program in the past?
Thanks, Taruna. So in the past year, we focused on two topics, one with a sustainability lens, and the second with more an ethics lens. And our focus was more on value as well as impact, right? On the impact, we asked ourselves the question of whether we know the true cost of financial crime. There's an estimate always that around 5% of revenue is lost to fraud, waste, and abuse. And we all know that businesses are quite challenged with not only meeting the bottom line, but as well as reducing cost. So that's one of the topics then we covered in this past year as to whether we do know the true cost of fraud, and corruption on businesses. We also looked at artificial intelligence and whether in us innovating, we are doing that in an ethical manner. Throughout the topics, we were focused on ensuring that we take key takeaways and priorities that NEDs, can focus on. And on the feedback we received, I think we hit it quite well.
No, that sounds fantastic. And I mean, a nice mix between topics that are relevant today and some of your emerging topics and new risks. But let's look to the future. So Chantal, perhaps you can kick us off with just understanding where you'd like to focus the program in 2025.
Sure. So for 2025, we want to focus on having 2 hybrid sessions for the year. And we will invite our panel of subject matter experts, both from inside and then external to the firm, to come around the table and to debate what we see in 2 spaces. The first is going to be the evolving role of the Social and Ethics Committee itself. So we know that there were amendments to the Companies Act during the course of this year. And we want to unpack what that means for the Social and Ethics Committee itself, but then also linked committees like the Remuneration Committee, because there are topics like fair pay and the wage gap, and what does that mean for employees? It's a key social matter for every business or organization. And then linked to that, Ponso?
Thanks, Chantal. As you mentioned, the evolving role of the SEC, and I think you touched on fair pay. We are definitely going to see if there is an unseen or unknown connection between corruption as well as what we call modern day slavery. So join us as we unpack that in this coming year.
And then the second topic is going to look at some of the big developments on social performance and social impact. So you may be aware that there have been task forces set up for climate and nature in the past. And this third task force is really focused on inequality and social impact. It's a massive global movement that we really anticipate picking up in 2025. And so in the latter part of the year, we want to explore what has happened and how it affects businesses across Africa.
So I'm sure for the colleagues who are watching this video, these are really relevant topics, new risks that I think businesses have to grapple with and really wrap their minds around. So it sounds like a very impactful and exciting program. A reminder to those that are watching this video that, attending these forum events does qualify for continuing professional development credits, and that can be utilized with your professional bodies. And also a reminder to just make sure that you subscribe once you've watched this video to allow you to receive invitations to these exciting events. So looking forward to the 2025 program and to growing the Social and Ethics Committee Forum as well with you colleagues. Thank you so much.